Hello, everybody. Artie Clear again. Now we're going to wrap up the NFC. What a game that was with the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. I'm telling you, that was action back and forth, turnover galore, but what a great game. The only problem I have with that game is the officials know what's going on. There is plays going down the stretch of that game with the officiating being so poor that they can let that happen in the NFL is beyond me. If I was the Minnesota Vikings right now, I'd be steaming mad. I would call the front office with these officials that officiate that game. Not only did they get calls wrong, but on the instant replay, you can see a couple different calls that weren't overturned, that should have been overturned, especially in my eye. Minnesota, in fact, I think, don't know if they were going to win it, but I feel like they got robbed. I felt there was too many penalties going down the stretch. There was one particular play with Dave Thomas was going out. They flushed Breeze out of the pocket. He threw it way over his head, and they called pass interference. God awful. Another play where one of the wide receivers had caught the ball. He didn't have full possession. Goes to the ground. Ball hits the ground. They call it a catch. It wasn't a catch on a Pierre Garçon catch, which absolutely kept the drive alive. Minnesota must be sick right now, especially Brett Favre, who threw probably his last pass in the NFL. And it's a shame it has to be an interception. What he did in that 19 seconds left, where he was flushed out of the pocket. Actually, they rolled him out of the pocket, which was good. And they only needed a few yards. The reason why they only needed a few yards is they had a 5-yard penalty with 12 men in the huddle. So they pushed it back from a 51-yarder to a 56-yarder. On third down, with a timeout left in his pocket, he rolls out. He could have ran for 10 yards easily and ran out of bounds. But instead, he did the cardinal sin. He threw across his body, and Porter from the New Orleans Saints intercepted the ball. At that point, they went in overtime. When they lost the coin toss, Breeze drove them down. More bad penalties was in that drive also. And their field goal kicker, who could have kicked that ball from 60 yards, polished them off. What really bothers me is, number one, the officiating was terrible. Number two, Brett Favre has probably thrown his last pass in the NFL. And it's a shame for a great quarterback like Brett Favre, who I don't think played his best game, but he played a really good game. They were knocking him around, and he held in there like a warrior, like Brett Favre really is. If I'm going into a fight and I got a foxhole and I need somebody there, Brett, I'm taking you with me. You played a courageous game. It's a shame that your side came in on the losing end. I would have loved to see you in the Super Bowl. You're 40 years old. You've been the oldest quarterback ever to start the Super Bowl, and there had been a good chance that you possibly could have won the Super Bowl and made history, like a Cinderella story. But it didn't happen, Brett. One thing, I think you got a little gun shy because they were knocking you around pretty good. You should have ran that ball. If you do, you pick up a first down, you run out of bounds, you get your field goal kicker on there. He's a good kicker, especially indoors. You play indoors. He knocks that, Longwell will knock that kick through. You're going to the Super Bowl, and we're just talking about Brett Favre for 2 more weeks, which gives a great story. The best quarterback in football in Peyton Manning, and the best quarterback in football in Brett Favre for your age. You want to tune into my show on WNJC 1360 at 856-227-1360, and that's WNJC. Also on a simulcast with WIFI Wi-Fi 1460 at 856-232-7077. I will give you a daily I will give you a weekly wrap report in sports for every week oncoming. I enjoy it. I love yous. Great people. And I'll see you when I see you.